Hey there, and welcome to the Contentment Creator Podcast, the show designed especially for creative entrepreneurs just like you who are committed to a beautiful life that's rooted in courage and contentment, and that's blooming with creativity and prosperity. I'm your host, Ellen Broen, a certified life coach, a singer, a mother, and a lover of alliteration, dogs, and deep conversation. This show is designed to become a part of your daily routine to help you, fellow contentment creator, dig deep to clarify your life vision, catalyze your creative flow, and fuel your entrepreneurial fire in just a few inspiring minutes each day. Each Wednesday, we talk about community and connection. And today's episode is all about breaking patterns without cutting ties. Parenting is an incredible opportunity for growth, transformation, and let's be real, some deep, messy healing. But when you choose to parent differently than you were raised, it can feel isolating and overwhelming, even as it feels profoundly right. Many of us are consciously choosing to break generational cycles. Maybe it's moving away from punitive discipline, maybe it's prioritizing emotional connection, or maybe it's simply treating our children like whole human beings rather than extensions of ourselves. And while that's powerful work, it also stirs up some really big emotions: guilt, grief, doubt. Because when we choose a different path, we don't just change the way we parent, we disrupt the entire family system we came from. And let's be honest, not everyone loves that. Whether we realize it or not, we parent from the blueprint we were given. Dr. Shefali Tsabari, the author of my parenting Bible, The Conscious Parent, explains that unless we actively challenge them, we unconsciously repeat the parenting styles we were raised with, even if those styles don't serve us. So maybe you catch yourself saying something to your child that was said to you, even though you swore you'd do it differently. Or maybe you're navigating resistance from family. The "we turned out fine, why are you making this so complicated" kind of conversations. Or maybe you're grappling with grief, grieving the fact that you didn't get the kind of childhood you're now trying to create for your kids. This work isn't just about parenting differently. It's about healing. And healing, by nature, can feel lonely at times. That's why community is crucial. When you choose to do things differently than the generations before you, it's easy to feel like you're out in the wilderness with no guide, no map, and no reassurance that you're on the right path. That's why finding a parenting community, whether it's close friends, online support groups, or just one person who gets it, is so important. Because here's what community provides. 1, validation. The reminder that you're not alone in this shift. 2, perspective. Other voices who are doing this work too. 3, witnessing. People who see and celebrate your progress, even when you don't see it yourself. Parenting is not meant to be a solo journey. And when we try to do it alone, the weight of breaking cycles can feel impossible. Here's the part no one tells you. Parenting differently can change your relationship with your own parents. For some, it opens up healing conversations, bridging gaps, and allowing for new understanding. For others, it creates friction, because when you change the way you parent, it challenges the choices that were made for you. In service of transparency and vulnerability with you, I've experienced both. For me, the friction was painful and required very uncomfortable boundaries to be placed. It took a lot of time and quite a few very challenging conversations for my parents and I to get to the other side of healing and forming new understanding. It looks different for everyone, but I assure you that both of these realities and outcomes are completely normal. The key is to hold 2 truths at once. 1, you can love and honor your parents while choosing a new way. And 2, you can acknowledge their best efforts while recognizing where they fell short. And sometimes through your parenting, you may even find compassion for the child your parent once was, for the wounds they carried, for the cycles they didn't have the tools to break. But here's the most important part. Whether or not your family supports your parenting choices, You still get to make them. And you don't have to do it alone. When you choose conscious parenting, you aren't just shifting how you raise your kids. You're altering the entire trajectory of your lineage. The work you're doing, the deep reflection, the healing, the breaking of cycles, your children will benefit from it. Their children will benefit from it. There's an image I love, a parent holding a rope, pulling forward while behind them, countless ancestors are tied to that same rope, pulling back. Breaking cycles is kind of a tug of war. It requires strength, awareness, and community to hold you steady when it gets heavy. So if you're in the work right now, if you're feeling the tension of old patterns trying to pull you back, just know this. You are the cycle breaker your lineage has been waiting for. And you are not alone. Find your people and build your village, even if that looks like just sending me an email to connect. Because this kind of healing, it doesn't happen in isolation. Thank you for being here with me today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please show your support by leaving reviews and comments. It truly means the world to me to hear from you. And hit that subscribe button so you never miss a day, and join me in my mission to help a world full of content creators become a world of contentment creators.